Today we're covering a brand new Xbox update that brings massive changes to the console, as well as an exclusive interview with Playground Games' Mike Brown, the creative director of Forza Horizon 5 and Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? Dealer here, back again with yet another video. Yes, we are talking about a brand new Xbox update that does never before done things on a console. It's actually a big step for Microsoft. We're also talking about Hot Wheels, Forza Hot Wheels. I've got an exclusive interview with the creative director of Playground Games, the guys behind Forza Horizon, the guys behind the upcoming Fable. Yes, we've got all that and more. So hit the like button if you end up enjoying this video. Maybe tell a buddy or two about the channel as we get into all the latest with Microsoft. XboxWire.com. Connect your worlds. Discord, voice chat coming to Xbox and Xbox Network, Xbox consoles near you. Now, this is actually really big. We'll get more and more into that, and then we'll follow that up with the Hot Wheels interview. But real quick, this update is actually bigger than I think a lot of people understand. Again, this is something they've never done before. They never allowed something like this to happen in the history of Xbox. Get ready to connect with your friends and communities on Discord via Xbox. Discord voice chat is coming to your Xbox Series X and S. It's also coming to Xbox One consoles. It says you will be able to chat with anybody via Discord voice channel. This does include group calls as well, and all of this will be happening from your actual dashboard, the guide pop-out menu. It's actually rolling out to Xbox Insiders today, and again, this is built in, kind of like the Twitch app, but it does look like it is much better integrated, if I'm honest. It looks really well flushed out. It does say streaming audio experience. Today's update will enable highly requested feature Discord voice on, of course, your Xbox consoles. This allows you to talk with your friends and communities while you play your video games. Here's some images of the new voice service coming to your Xbox console. And just to be clear, Xbox Live Party Chat is not going anywhere. This will actually be additive to your Xbox experience, and hopefully that's very well streamlined. Again, here are a few images. Now, it says to activate this, simply go to your parties and chats icon, click try Discord voice on Xbox, and you'll see the option to scan the QR code. All of this will set up a two-way link and enable you to utilize the service on your console. It says that once your Discord account is linked to your Xbox, you can hop into a channel just like you would normally, and there'll be a new join on Xbox button in the app on the phone. However, as of right now, you'll have to use that in tandem with the Xbox application. Now, again, this is actually pretty big. I run my podcast on Discord, Real Deal Xbox Podcast. This could allow me to potentially bring in people off my friends list, aka some of you, and run people onto the show, right from their Xbox. No computer, jump into a show, jump in with other friends, even if it's just people on a different platform. Discord is actually kind of nice. The voice quality is nice. Discord coming to Xbox, it's really big. Now that I think about it, running a show, having a community on Discord, doing giveaways on Discord even, integrating that with Xbox is a good thing. And of course, you can still use your Xbox Party Chat as you always have. Let me know what your thoughts are on this as we do move into the Forza Horizon Hot Wheels interview with the creative director of We Are Playground on Twitter. First and foremost, I just want to thank you for coming on. You are Mike Brown. You're creative director of Forza Horizon 5, correct?
That's right, that's me.
Obviously, I'll probably tag in Twitter because this is an audio thing we're doing. But again, I just want to thank you guys in the opportunity from Xbox that you guys are sending people out to talk about Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels. Horizon 5, obviously one of the best games of last year. I gave it a pretty good review. And you guys are finally dropping DLC, man. Is there anything you just want to say first and foremost? Because this is a labor of love for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely right. This was a concept that we were so super excited about. I think when you set out to make a DLC, you need to make sure that it's going to really differentiate from the game that you've already sold to people.
Yeah.
And we just had this kind of core concept for this idea of this kind of floating theme park high in the sky above Mexico, which allows us to do some really kind of fun, creative things. And it's also, pretty crazy. And when you imagine if there's no visuals and you've just got to describe this to people as is my job when I have to get approval to do these things. Once we start building it and you can see how awesome it looks, obviously it's much easier to kind of make people believe that it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But it's been a really fun concept, and one that the team at Playground have had an absolute ball building.
Yeah, and again, we were just talking before this little recording, but I am a significant way through this expansion. I've been playing it for like a week, and I've got to say, you know, it brings back a lot of things from Horizon 3, Hot Wheels, and new and improved. Up in the sky, when you ramp off of the track, you even see Mexico down below you, which is really cool.
Yeah, so you touched on Horizon 3 there, so yes. This isn't the first time we've done a Hot Wheels expansion. Pretty much from the moment we shipped Forza Horizon 3's expansion up until we announced this one, our community had been calling out for more Hot Wheels. It was just an experience that they absolutely loved. Forza, obviously a game that is mostly based in and around the real world, and even these Hot Wheels expansions, we try to ground them as much as we can and still make it feel like it's kind of plausible that you could maybe do it if you had an infinite budget.
But that's what makes it so cool. That's what makes it feel special, is you've got that Forza handling. I can use my A-Class, my S1 cars I've been building for 7 months in the normal game, bring them over eventually when those classes are unlocked in Hot Wheels, and run that 900 horsepower Mustang or Camaro on these Hot Wheels tracks that I'm already used to and that I'm already a big fan of, right?
Yeah, that's it, right? You can bring all of your cars along with you. The campaign does limit what you can use at certain points, but in the end, you can use everything. And that Forza physics that underpins everything that we do is in full swing. One of the things we can do with Hot Wheels Track, which is harder to do with the kind of authentic roads of Mexico, is kind of have those massive, like 90-degree banked corners, which allows our physics system to do, you know, the stuff that real cars do. Like when performance cars are driving really fast, they pack a lot of downforce. They will really hug a road surface. And when we get a road structure that you can get really, really high speeds and it really banks up, we're not doing any shenanigans there. That is the authentic Forza physics system, like sticking the car to the track in a way that,
doing work.
Yeah,
right?
the downforce of the car is fully at work there, keeping your car in place. You know, just like it would in real life if someone were to build a massive Hot Wheels track floating above a country like Mexico.
That's what makes Horizon special, is you then take what are the best open world handling physics and tire modeling, and you stick it on Hot Wheels, and it's even more fun. And like you said, I found it interesting that you guys are running back to a start out in B class, run up to A class, do some challenges, races, get some of these accolades, and you can then unlock, you know, even higher classes. I actually like that. You start slow, end up going fast, and when you get up around S1 class, especially S2, then you're like, wow, I'm really feeling the full Hot Wheels experience. I'm going literally up to 300 miles an hour, right?
Absolutely, yeah, at 300 miles an hour and faster. Yeah, it is that kind of slow cars to fast cars progression is something that certainly there are people within our community that have been asking for. It is traditional, right? That is how racing games used to be. I would say for the base game, Forza Horizon, and for the last few iterations of it, we have found that people, as much as people like some people asking for that progression system, a lot of people just kind of want that instant fantasy fulfillment of getting into a really fast car really soon. So we try and balance that in the main games to kind of give people that fantasy fulfillment as quick as possible. With this game, like I say, there's been a lot of people in the community asking for that kind of slow to fast progression. With Hot Wheels, we know that it's also going to attract a younger audience, an audience that maybe haven't played a lot of driving games, haven't played any games. Maybe if you're a 7-8-year-old kid that really loves Hot Wheels, this could potentially be your first experience of games. And so we don't want you driving at like 300 miles an hour right out of the box.
Start at 30 miles an hour, right?
Exactly, because it is, when you drive at really high speeds, there is challenge that comes with that. So having a progression system that allows people to start out with some slower cars, get used to how things work, get used to how the game works, allows it to kind of have a natural difficulty progression as well, where you start slow.
I like it's a nice change of pace, because like you said, it used to be a little bit more traditional, but now we've gotten away from that a little bit, and it's a nice change of pace for me, because I can then systematically build out B-class cars, work out what A-class car is going to work, and then, I like that kind of stuff. So I'm a big fan of what you guys have done here with the Hot Wheels expansion. Speaking of, and I've got to ask you this question, or I'll probably get hit with a rock or something on my podcast, because we've been talking about this ever since we saw another game release, Hot Wheels. A lot of us thought we would never see another Hot Wheels DLC, right? Because I didn't know if it was a licensing issue. How long have you guys known you were going to actually build this out, and what prevented it from maybe even making a return in Forza Horizon 4? Was this the plan kind of the whole time?
So I think in Forza Horizon 4, we were probably too close to Horizon 3's expansion. And as much as the community were saying, we really want more Hot Wheels, I think we were probably thinking, is it too soon? We were kind of waiting for that perfect opportunity to bring it back. You mentioned the other Hot Wheels game.
Did that affect this at all? Was that like something that you guys were aware of at all?
Well, we were aware of the game. Obviously, I played it when it came out. I still think that what what we're trying to do and what they were trying to do were quite different. They were kind of shrinking the player down to the size of the toy, and we were kind of blowing the toys up to the size of our real world. And I think that in doing that, you end up with two like really distinct games and really distinct experiences. Like we touched on our physics system and stuff already. It's the cars handle and drive like real cars in our game.
I just had to ask. A lot of people were curious about that, and you're right. They do have a different take, and you guys have done it so well. That's why the demand for Hot Wheels games, I think, has probably spiked, which is really a compliment. One last thing, Mike, and again, you've taken over recently the Forza Horizon series, which is massive. The games have reviewed phenomenally well. They're some of the highest rated racing games of all time, and that's in current day, which we all know, it's a lot harder to compete these days. Great games, what I'm trying to say. And it must have been an immense amount of pressure to take over and lead something like that. Any thoughts, kind of as somebody who's doing that? And also, when can fans kind of expect to play Hot Wheels? And any other things you want to add on to that? Yeah,
so I mean, I've been with the Forza franchise for a long time. Not in my current job title, but I've still been part of the creative teams on Forza Horizon for a very long time. So it wasn't that it's obviously there's a burden, there's pressure that comes with it, but I was always in and around that space anyway, and I kind of aspired to this role for some time, and I don't think it was internally, I don't think it was that much of a change or surprise when I took over that role. Honestly, it's been an absolute privilege. The team at Playground is just incredible, and when you come up with ideas for an expansion like this, where you're going like, what if it was like a theme park for cars, and it's floating in the sky, and you want to be able to travel at 325 miles per hour between them. Like, we have a team that can just be like, all right, let's go and do it. And so honestly, having a job like mine is quite a bit easier when you've got a team like Playground Games to work with.
Again, we've seen you guys grow, independent studio to now part of Xbox Game Studios. I would imagine your powers have grown substantially since then, and I cannot wait to see what you guys are working on next. Hot Wheels, again, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I gotta say, if you're looking for more Horizon 5, you can't go wrong with the Hot Wheels Expedition. Is that what they're calling it?
It's expansion. The Hot Wheels expansion.
I could have swore it said Expedition when I clicked on it on the map.
This is some confusing in-game terminology. So the drive you do at the start to arrive at the festival is the Expedition. The pack itself is an expansion.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
and again, that's you guys can pick that up if you've already got the Ultimate Edition and stuff like that. You can download that. It comes out probably by the time you hear this. If not, Tuesday the 19th should be the day this releases. And Mike, again, I can't tell you, having a lot of fun with it. Multiplayer co-op from the beginning, like that focus a lot. I just want to thank you for coming on and talking about the game. Again, anything you're enjoying about the expansion that maybe people should experience before we go?
I think you touched on multiplayer there, actually, which is a good call out. So you can actually start this expansion already in co-op. So you can convoy up with your buddies and you can enter the expansion with up to five friends and play through the whole thing together in co-op, which is the first time we've actually been able to do that. There'd always been an amount that you kind of had to play solo before you could then invite everybody in and get into a group. Now you don't have to do that. You can kind of group up in the main Mexico map and enter the expansion together and take it all on together, which is, I think, just a really fun way to kind of have those very, very first opening experiences of the expansion. So I hope a lot of people hear us say that and they're jumping in and experience it that way.
Yeah, me too. And again, guys, if you're checking this out, let us know your thoughts, and we do appreciate you listening. Mike Brown from Playground Games, thank you very much for joining me, man.
Yeah, thanks so much. It was a really great chat. Thank you.
Shout out to Mike Brown from Playground Games, awesome guy. And again, I played this on last night's podcast, last night's RDX. If you didn't check it out, please do so. I do appreciate you guys very much. If you end up liking the video, let me know down below. And of course, hit the like button, tell a buddy or two about the channel. Again, big thanks to Xbox for sending someone out from one of their biggest and best studios. The future is bright for Playground. Thanks again to Mike Brown. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. They should be a bit more consistent. I'm no longer, sick, and we will get back at it. So let me know your thoughts. I'm Dealer. I'm out.